So I believe why people don't take most of these things serious is because they don't know the statistics, or they are not close to people who stuff like this have affected. I know people who stuff like this have affected, and I've heard a lot of stories about people or things that platforms like this have caused you to loss of money. So let's one of the first platforms I did intensive research about was Micheno, because of at that time I didn't really hear of it when it was happening, because usually then I don't used to be interested in this kind of stuff, because my mom used to give me very strict warning about stuff like this and how they take all your money, and give me some experience about my dad earlier in the day. So these things actually made me not to pay attention to these Ponzi schemes. So Micheno had a total of about 15,000 subscribers. That's 15,000 Nigerians, and they were paying about 50 to 80% in 40 days. And 50 to 80% is just ridiculous. But as at that time, when stuff like this was going on, I really really know much about Ponzi and all this stuff. So as at then, I didn't even understand it or think about it like this. But as I began to do research, I began to figure out, a lot of flops in Micheno system, and I thank God that I don't think I was aware of it till it crashed, or maybe I just didn't pay attention, because I stay in Calabar, and then a lot of people used to tell me that there were banners everywhere. I think I saw some banners. I wasn't paying attention to stuff like that at that time, because I was also in school. One person had a total investment of about 570 million naira. And this is just what you hear. This is just what you hear in the news, because of the news will not carry all the statistics. But I really saw names of I saw I'll drop a link somewhere of where I was able to see some names being mentioned, and I think I saw a name that I knew, because Micheno originated from Calabar, and I stay in Calabar. So most of the people who invested the money are people in Calabar, Abuja and other places that they were located. But it's really outrageous the kind of amounts people are willing to put into platforms like this. But I wouldn't blame them, because really everybody is looking for where their money can safely grow. Anybody can just come up and be like, I'm starting up an investment, and I'm giving people so amount of percentage. And see, if you market yourself well with time, the kind of people that are going to rush to do investment, you're not even going to believe, and the kind of amount they'll be willing to invest, because people are looking for ways to grow their money safely, and they would give anybody who seems trustworthy their money, or anybody who is promising them some ridiculous returns. I'm telling you, you think it's a joke. And even with all the whole rise of Ponzi, stuff like this still happen, and they are not even going to stop happening. But the only thing we can do is try to educate you, so that you know stuff like this when you see them, and you'll be able to avoid them. People are always ready to invest, trust me. And I'm saying this from experience, because I might not be able to detail my whole experience on how I got to learn about this investment. Let me not call them loopholes, but I'll say these little things enable people to do stuff like this, and also get away with it when it goes down the drain. Even most of these people have registered companies. So, like I said, that one person's total investment in Micheno was over 570 million naira. This is just one person of the 15,000 subscribers, and the rest were just busy dumping in 4M, 9M, 6M, 2M, 10M, 12M. Man, the figures I saw and I've heard before I even saw stumble on this link to see some of the details. I've already had some details from a source then, because this stuff is being handled. I think the case is being handled in Calabar, because he actually got arrested, and according to stories, he's still in prison or stuff like that. There are actually people who invested a total of up to 1 billion naira in Micheno. But you didn't hear this from me anyway. The total documented is about 570 million. But don't you sit to wonder, like, people actually have these kinds of money, and they're just looking for where to invest actually. So any fool who is bold enough to come up and collect people investment can actually swindle quite sensible people of their money, or people who have made money over time, or whatever. However they made the money is their business. But anybody can just come up and swindle on suspecting people of their money. It's quite easy here in this country. So you really have to protect yourself with information. So in subsequent videos, I'll be talking about a lot of other platforms I've been able to research individually. I didn't want to go into the whole details of Micheno, for security reasons. And then um we have a king, which is a MBA for is actually still a developing issue, and most of these issues take actually a long time before you get any tangible information about them. But so far, information has it that MBA forex took a total of 171 billion naira, which takes the 36 billion that Micheno collected and threw away in the dump, because 171 is almost like 4 times 36 billion. Whoa. So one of the mistakes I don't think I know they make is that they collect unlimited money, and people who collect unlimited money usually don't have a plan for this money, and probably they didn't take their time to go and study about the necessary licenses you need to be able to move some kind of money in this country without getting disturbed by financial institutions or EFCC. So they just maybe create websites or create portals where you can send money in, and just keep collecting, keep collecting, keep collecting, keep collecting, and they don't stop. But usually investments, this is how I believe investment is, or for anybody who wants to do investment, you need to see what you want to do with the money. You need to plan it out. You need to see it working from so many test trials and research too, and you have to try with little money and see that it works first before you now take some particular amount of money. Try. Once you can pay returns, then you can collect more. But whenever you make it unlimited, anybody can come at any time, you feel relaxed, and then you are not motivated to um make this money work. You just keep using people's money that are coming in to pay old people, and just hope that it will keep happening like that while you're living extravagant. And do you know why Rack Stally is so particular to me? It's so annoying because a lot of people that did Rack Stally, I advised them against it, and they come to my face and tell me, how it's an opportunity and they should be on the track. And I tell them, see, this thing will soon crash, and it's already crashing. Don't put in your money. Like my friend, I told him, don't put your money. I talked up against this thing for a very long time. My guy still put money. And he told me, man, I put in money. Oh, it's funny how these things happen, and how Nigerians think about this thing. And what I actually, when I watch some of their all those live meeting that they do, and all those their marketing stuff where they tell people what they do with the money and how they're planning to build a coin, whatever in Nigeria, and sell a dream to you that cannot be fucking implemented easily. No, see, I think according to in-depth people that have heard this, because I hate it when I hear this stuff and I argue a lot, and then I get information from people who follow these people and they talk about stuff. I say, how do you settle down and listen to somebody saying these things to you, and then you still go and put in your money? Did you do research? Do you know how? Do you know what it costs to build a coin? Do you know the it's usually not just a direct process. There are processes surrounding it, and again, what is he doing, or what effort is he doing to try and make the coin? So you come in a meeting, you hear about the goals and plan they want to achieve, and then what you see is actually what they actually now do is they come up with a new platform with bigger investment packages so more people can invest, and people are investing, and they're calling it legit when they are bringing in more packages and more packages and more packages, so that people can dump in their money, and they'll be able to pay out where they are lacking. And people are telling me that Rockstally is real. He has a great tree. He has a great idea. See, if care is not taken there, I just believe he's calm 100%, because nobody tell people this stuff and believe. See, when I take time, but me no one vex me, because Some of these people say ridiculous things, really, saying they want to do with money, and those things don't make sense. You don't use people's money to make guesses.